It's the weekend! Friday slash Friday. What was that song? Friday, getting down on Friday. Anyways, what better way to start it than with a pint of delicious something brown pale ale and another cooking with gusto in the form of, this time, sweet and smoky barbecue chicken fajitas. So for this we're going to want 1 red onion, 1 red pepper, 2 tomatoes, a spring onion, the bag which was incorrectly labelled containing 40 grams of cheese, 1 tablespoon of smoked paprika, half a teaspoon of chili flakes, 40 grams of hickory smoked barbecue sauce, 80 grams of yogurt in the most wasteful packaging possible, 250 grams of chicken breasts, 6 tortilla wraps, and I realised that I've framed this video really badly. Right, anyway, let's do some prep. Let's move that out of the way this time. Right, what is it we've got to do first? It says preheat the oven for tortillas, but we're not going to bother with that. Oh, you know what we've forgotten? De-seed this pepper. That'll do. Now we're going to cut it into strips as finely as possible. Yes, a lot of effort. By the way, in case you're wondering, Gousto is one of those food box things that you pay for your box. It comes all pre-packaged, pre-prepared, pre-weighed, pre-portioned. Pretty much all you've got to do is simply do a bit of basic prep and cook it. Now, as I keep saying in all my videos, I got 60% off my first box and then 30% off my subsequent boxes, which is the reason that I'm doing this, because otherwise it could be considered quite expensive for what is pretty much convenience food. But I can't cook to save my life, which is what you're going to see if you look at my other videos. I just wanted to try and lose a bit of that lockdown weight, see if I can eat healthier, and well, I've always wanted to give this a try. Of course, there is an affiliate link down below where you too can get some money off, but as I like to say, this is definitely not sponsored. I'm just trying to share with you what it's like in case you've ever wondered what the Gousto boxes are actually like in real life. For anyone wondering, this is a Mosaic Hops Pale Blonde, which has bags of bold mango, peach, lemon and pine flavours with a dry hoppy finish. Time to do the chicken, and this is where one of my biggest bugbearers comes in with Gousto, is that they're actually a decent size for one. Blinking heck, some of the other ones have been absolutely tiny. So now we've got to cut this into thin strips. That's what they're called by thin, really, isn't it? And yes, before anyone asks, I do sanitize everything and I do wash it all down properly after things. I'm sure people are going to complain about having raw chicken next to raw veg, but my thought is that if you're cooking it and you get it up to temperature, is that still a problem? If so, you know what to do, and it's the blatant. Leave a comment down below, or maybe tickle that like button. And if you've seen any other kits, or you know of like a really good recipe kit where you don't end up with loads of waste or one-time ingredient usage like fennel seeds or something like that, because I am no Nigella, obviously, in terms of talent, success, fame, riches, and loads of other things. Anyways, you know what I mean? Do the whole comment thing down below. Next up, we heat a large wine-based pan, add some oil, and wait for it to heat up. Once the pan is hot, it just simply says to bang all of this in. So let's just, I'm not burnt myself. Then we've got to bang in the smoked paprika, the hickory sauce, give it a bit of a whiz range. I'm going to let that cook for 8 minutes. Meanwhile, after a quick washing session, it's time to do the tomatoes. We've got to chop the tomatoes, roughly, and then keep chopping till they're a salsa consistency. Does it just mean lots of little chunks of tomato? Thinking about it, I'm actually surprised they just didn't give you some sort of salsa in a jar or something. Does it even resemble that? That'll do. Then we're going to add the tomatoes to a bowl, bang in the chili flakes, a drizzle of salt, actually a thing of salt, you know what I mean, and a drizzle of olive oil. That'll do, won't it? Stir it all together. And this is apparently our salsa, although I still don't know where this is coming into play. Actually, it's coming up in a minute, or I don't know why I didn't tell you to prep this at the start. We need to fire up the VP cock. It lives. The chicken fajitas and the other stuff is now cooked. Maybe you should have put a little bit more oil in on this one. Meanwhile, I didn't fancy washing up that board yet again, so we are going to quickly do something with this rather sad-looking spring onion. Yeah, it's like a pro. Take a moment to enjoy a bit of flat British beer. Struggled to find the cheese grater. Ah, here we go. Great Said Cheese. That has to be a band name. I don't know why, but saying Great Said Cheese reminds me of Right Said Fred. I start to think I might be a little bit weird. And then we're almost there, apparently. So let's tidy up and do the serve. This is proving to be one of those hard bags to get into. Ah, Jeffrey! 3 swipes. That's got to be a me. Right, I'm going to do 3, and I can have some later on after I've had a couple of beers. Jeffrey the knife. He slices through things like a butter through thing. Can't think of a theme song. Forgot to press stop recording. I have spotted a flaw with this packaging. There is no allergy advice, because it should say yogurt. Warning, contains milk. I need to get out more, I do realise. I thought I smelled burning. It turns out this is what happens when you don't put a tortilla in the air fryer properly. Be careful with your VP Cox, kids. But we still have 2 more. Ah, it's bloody hot. Okay, let's dish it up then. So we'll do a little bit of that. I mean, seriously, there is not enough there for 6 tortillas. I mean, barely enough for me. Thank God I haven't got friends over for food. Then it says top with the grated cheese. The salsa strikes me as being a little bit flavourless. Sprinkle on a bit of spring onion. Again, that is supposed to be enough for 6 of the tortillas. That is the one thing I have a grievance with. They have weird portion sizes, and you'll see why in a second. But we get to use the word dollop. There we go. Try and do a bit of presentation. Yeah, that's not going to work, is it? Let's... And there we have it. So, this is the bit I love the most. Behold at what it's supposed to look like. And reality! Well, as proof is in the pudding, so let's have a bite, shall we? I'm not even going to come back and do a final review of this. To sum up, it's small. There are no way you're going to use 6 blooming tortillas, as it says here, quite clearly. It's all right. It is what it is. It ain't no particularly special, but on a Friday, it'll hit the spot. If you've enjoyed the content, which, let's face it, you probably haven't, don't forget to do a like, share, subscribe. Maybe tell your friends or come up with some ideas on, hey, maybe how I can cook better. And until next time, I'm off to watch Ted Lasso. Ta-da, everybody. Oh, bloody hell, it's happened again. As I was about to do a bit where I says, actually, these aren't too bad. The VP cock is playing up.